What if death wasn't the end? In a hacked Among Us game, anything is possible. Welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is Top 10 Gaming and I'm your host, Amanda McKnight. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most horrifying experiences you can have in the immensely popular social deduction and deception game Among Us, as we count down the top 10 scary Among Us hacks. There are a lot of hackers out there who want to spook you and potentially ruin your gaming experience. So while playing in public games, you can expect that you might run into them. Here are some experiences that have been reported to have happened so far that left the non-hackers confused, frustrated, and probably horrified. Let's get into it. Number 10. No corpse. Starting off with a death that leaves no body. That's right, this hack makes it easier for imposters to win the game, erasing bodies of those that have been killed. The way that you can tell something is wrong if you experience this hack and are a bystander is if any killed player had a pet with them. The pet will still remain after the person is dead, right on the spot where they were killed, no less. So lonely pets basically indicate murders have happened there, but there is still going to be no body for you to be able to report with. Pretty scary, living in a world where dead people just basically fade away without anyone being able to notice. Like, you're just like, I haven't seen that person in a while, but like, I don't see any body, so I guess it's fine? It's not fine. The only way to catch an imposter in these games is to call an emergency meeting or catch them in the act. Number 9. Ghosts Among Us. Ghosts. This hack turns player into living, breathing ghosts. Not the normal kind of ghosts that you're used to seeing in the game, or more accurately becoming once killed by the imposter. This hack allows players to essentially, while still alive, move through walls, making them way more terrifying to you if you are an imposter in the game, and way more frightening if the person who has that hack happens to be an imposter, because they can just show up and kill you like immediately without you even being able to see them coming. Imagine killing someone as well and then not even needing to vent to get away quickly. You just like go through a wall. Even more frightening, this one could easily be explained away as a glitch when people confront the player, as it does seem like more of a glitch that could happen as opposed to, you know, an intentional hack. Meaning a hacker can more easily disguise themselves as an innocent bystander to the rest of the players. And before we move on to our number 8 spot, just a quick reminder to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it and if you want more Among Us content. And I mean, who doesn't? Number 8. Crewmate's Revenge. This hack allows crewmates to fight back against the imposter, giving them the power to kill. This is a hack, however, that is specific to non-imposters killing only the imposter. So you can't go on a murder spree, but still, this is a chilling hack to be playing with if someone else is using it while you are the imposter. Imagine you're chasing someone, you're poised to kill, your finger is ready to click that kill button and confirm your victim's gruesome fate, only to discover that the very player you were chasing has now turned around, wielding a knife of their own, and is stabbing you to death. That sounds like a horrific experience for the non-hacking imposter. How are they supposed to defend themselves? Living in fear of other crewmates as an imposter when you already live in fear of being discovered as an imposter is a lot. Number 7. Imposter Reveal. Nothing is more frightening as an imposter than being auto-revealed. Well, I guess being killed to some might be more horrifying, but to me, being revealed as an imposter is kind of the worst of the worst. It just gives me anxiety thinking about it. It's definitely up there. This is a hack that people can employ to help them instantly win by figuring out who the imposter is without doing any of the work. Honestly, as scary and frustrating as this is for imposters out there, it also just seems like super silly. Like, what even is the point of playing if you're using this hack? Not only do you ruin the game for your imposter, but in my mind, you also kind of ruin it for yourself. When did winning become more important than actually like having fun and playing a game? Number 6. No killing allowed. This might not be a scary hack if you're a normal person in the game, just a regular crewmate, but if you're an imposter, you better believe this is terrifying. This hack basically prevents imposters from being able to actually kill anyone, and also can make them glitch out when it comes to their mobility and getting around the map, possibly making them lag or making them teleport. It's a little unclear as to how your movement is affected here specifically, but it definitely does not look good. Looks pretty choppy. This is basically a nightmare situation if you're an imposter, being unable to actually follow through on your entire purpose, which is to actually kill crewmates, and making it therefore impossible for you to win.
Hi guys. Look, what the heck is this?
Number 5. Ghost messages. To me, this is one that just creeps me out to think about. The hack allows players to send messages as a player other than themselves. So they're basically sending you a message being like, hey, this is Bob, but they are definitely not Bob. In theory, this could mean you receive creepy messages from someone who claims to not even have sent them to you. It's like, hey Bob, why'd you send me that message? And Bob's like, that wasn't me. The hacker can also use this hack to send you misleading info or offensive messages. Or you could even potentially just receive creepy messages from yourself. I'm not actually sure that last one is possible, that someone can, send messages to you as you. I've never personally experienced this hack, I've just heard about it, but it's definitely a terrifying prospect if it can happen. I do not want to receive creepy ghost messages from someone who's impersonating me. It's like, who's this? Who's calling? The call is coming from inside your house. I didn't say that quote right, but you know what I mean. Number 4. Unkickable. The thing that I have always found terrible about a hack like this is it really prevents you from feeling safe in game. In other words, someone can come into your game, hack, cheat, or berate other members of the game without any consequences. The Unkickable hack protects a player from ever getting removed from a game, which if someone is coming in and just being a complete creep is pretty horrifying. Or if they're coming in and just being terrible, cheating and breaking your game, which I personally have experienced multiple times when playing public games. If someone is being creepy and freaking us out or cheating, we should be able to remove them completely. Number 3. Vent for all. This hack allows even non-imposters to vent, which might make you question your sanity in some cases as you watch potentially multiple people, more than the number of your imposters in-game, vent around you. Talk about creating one of the most paranoid and anxiety-inducing games ever. That is exactly what this does. This gives you the sense that imposters are all around you, and makes you suspicious of almost everybody in-game. Not only that, but this hack can completely ruin your gameplay, making you think you know who the imposter is from a scene vent, only to learn it was the person you thought you could trust the most, and that initial witnessed venter was actually on your side the entire time. This hack is not just scary, but it's also frustrating for all other players, including the imposter, who can be more easily caught by this specific crewmate who can essentially move around the ship much more easily. And they could pop out of a vent and then the imposter does, and they're like, oh well, you're the imposter, done. Number 2. Kill anyone. The murder spree hack. This hack grants the hacker the ability to kill anyone they want regardless of their given role, meaning that no matter who you are near in a public game, you may never be safe. Or even in a private game, but hopefully you aren't playing privately with people who will hack without you all being able to have the same advantage or mod at your disposal. Or without them telling you, hey, I'm gonna hack this because it's fun. Because that really just isn't cool if you're playing with people that are hacking without letting you know. Being given the power to be able to kill whoever, whenever is horrifying for a player who thinks they know who to trust and who to avoid. Of course, to be fair, in Among Us, you should really trust no one. Everyone should be a suspect, but this is also another terrifying hack when it comes to ruining the game, especially if you happen to witness a murder or to witness someone actually coming from a murder scene who did it, but because of this hack isn't perhaps even the imposter. So you'd be like, it's them, and then you'd kick them out, and it's like no imposters were ejected, and you're like, what's going on? Number 1. Impersonate. This is one of the scariest hacks you could face in my opinion. Even more terrifying than being murdered is when someone could be pretending to be you and sullying your good name. How dare you sully my name? Acting sus in front of other players, or even killing other players while disguised as you if they're an imposter. This makes me horrified and anxious just thinking about it. How would you be able to even continue after this and get people to trust you if they saw you do things, asked you about it in chat, and you didn't do it, so you immediately just deny ever doing any of the stuff they reported seeing? You're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, wow, that's super sus, ejected, killed, that's it. The other thing though that scares me even more about this hack is running into yourself, which honestly would make me feel like my game was haunted, or I had somehow moved into an alternate reality where I'm interacting with a different alternate version of my own self. That is some Spider-Verse, mirror world stuff right there, and not in a good way. What are some of the most horrifying hacks that you've run into? Which do you find the most terrifying? Are there any hacks that were so devastating you actually couldn't even continue to play? Let us know in the comments below. And speaking of comments, it's time to turn to some comments from one of our latest videos, Top 10 Scary Among Us True Stories. Mythical Mudkips comments, I think the brother was trolling them since the brother wasn't playing with them and would know the address and name of the family members. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Although I don't know if they specified if the brother wasn't playing with them. They just said like it definitely wasn't them. Which yeah, I mean the brother could have been lying, so who knows. Dallin Gardner writes, 9 is a glitch, I've experienced it. Oh, well that's good to know. That's good to know that if that happens to me and I like see someone and I'm like, wait, but I'm that color, what's happening here? That I could be like, oh okay, it's just a glitch, it's not anything intentional, not anything too spooky, just a glitch. Sneaky Chariot asks, scary stories? Among Us is already terrifying enough. This is true, but you know, we need to make it even more scary, I guess. Jeremiah Marlowe wants everyone to have a great day. Oh, that's such a nice comment to finish this off on. You have a great day too, Jeremiah. And that's all the time we have for comments today. Be sure to comment below for a chance to have your thoughts responded to in a future video. This has been Top 10 Gaming, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight, reminding you to keep on gaming on. Pew pew!